Imagine waking up, checking your bank account, and realizing that despite working 40 hours a week at a decent job, you're still barely treading water. Now, imagine thousands of people reaching that exact same breaking point at the very same time. We aren't just talking about a few adventurous travelers going on a long vacation. We are talking about a literal bombshell of a social shift. This isn't just about moving to a new state. It's about leaving everything behind for an entirely new culture. Statistically, thousands of Americans are renouncing their citizenship or moving abroad at record rates that have never been seen in modern history. It is absolutely wild to witness. For decades, the entire world beat a path to America's door, chasing that legendary and glittering American dream. But lately, the question on everyone's mind is starting to get much louder. Is the American dream officially over for the average worker? It feels like the global script has been flipped completely upside down. If you've spent more than 5 minutes scrolling through TikTok or YouTube lately, you've definitely seen them popping up everywhere. Those viral I quit videos are absolutely dominating our digital feeds right now. The aesthetics of these videos are incredibly alluring and hard to ignore. Creators are showing themselves packing up their entire lives into just 2 suitcases, handing in their apartment keys, and heading straight to the airport with nothing but a one-way ticket. These Why I Left the USA videos aren't just a passing trend, they're becoming a full-blown cultural movement. People are showing off their new lives in sunny villas or cozy minimalist apartments in places you'd never expect. And the comment sections are exploding with others desperately asking, "How did you do it?" Or "Please take me with you." There's a collective realization spreading that maybe, just maybe, the life we were all promised back home isn't the only way to exist. So why is everyone suddenly packing their bags and saying a permanent see ya to Uncle Sam in the American economy? It is a perfect storm of frustrating factors, really. It is truly a wild time. First off, let's talk about the giant elephant in the room, sky-high inflation. It feels like you need to take out a small personal loan just to buy a dozen eggs and a gallon of milk these days. Then there's the political drama that never seems to end. Every time you turn on the evening news, it feels less like a functioning government and more like a messy reality show that's gone on for way too many seasons. People are just tired, honestly. They are beyond exhausted by the relentless hustle culture that demands every ounce of your energy and gives back so very little in return. They are searching for what everyone is calling a softer life, a pace of living where you actually have the time to breathe, enjoy a morning coffee without rushing, and not worry about your health insurance deductible every single second of the day. But here's the real kicker, and you seriously won't believe the actual #1 destination Americans are flocking to right now. If you're thinking it's Canada or maybe London, think again. While our neighbors to the north are great, they aren't the top choice for this savvy new wave of expats. The real hotspots are far more exotic and frankly, much more affordable for a remote worker. Before we continue this deep dive into this massive global escape, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Are you watching from a cramped cubicle in NYC, or maybe a breezy beach in Bali? We want to know your story. There's been a massive vibe shift in the cultural narrative lately. It used to be that saying America is the best country on earth was just the standard vibe. But now, the vibe is more like America is too expensive to even breathe in anymore. People are looking at their monthly rent checks and realizing that for the price of a noisy shoebox apartment in a crowded city, they could be living like absolute royalty in a foreign paradise. The prestige of staying put is being replaced by the smart pragmatism of leaving. It's not just about running away from problems. It's about running toward a life that actually feels sustainable and joyful. There is a whole world of secret lives being lived across Europe and Asia for a fraction of the cost. We are talking about luxury and culture in places that look like postcards. People are trading their grueling commutes for peaceful walks through ancient cobblestone streets, and their microwave dinners for fresh local cuisine that costs less than a fast food combo. But who are these people exactly? Is it just the rich and famous, or someone like you? Stay tuned, because we are about to pull back the curtain on the digital nomads and the hidden havens they've discovered. The massive exodus is undeniably real, the bags are packed, and the world is waiting to see where everyone lands next. The change is coming fast. It's a transition that's shaking the foundations of success in our modern world. So, Who are the main characters in this global getaway? You might think it's just retirees looking for a quiet place, but you'd be totally wrong. This isn't your grandma's Florida plan. We are seeing a complete demographic overhaul of who is deciding to pack up and heading straight for the border. From young professionals to corporate executives, the face of the American expat has changed completely. It's no longer a niche choice. It's becoming the absolute mainstream escape for anyone with a working Wi-Fi connection. Enter the digital nomad elite. These young professionals realize that if their boss doesn't care where they sit, they might as well sit on a beach in Bali or a charming cafe in Lisbon. Why pay $3,000 every month for a tiny shoebox studio in Brooklyn when you can get a whole villa in Indonesia? These remote workers have basically hacked the global system. They're earning strong American dollars while spending them in local economies where they stretch 5 times as far. Can you imagine the freedom? It's about more than just money, and it is the vibe. They're trading gray cubicles for pink sunsets, salty air, and world-class surfing. It's like living a permanent vacation, but is it really that easy? We can't ignore the celebrity influence because we all follow what the stars are doing. We've seen big names and famous personalities ditching the Hollywood hustle for peace of mind in the Mediterranean. When you see your favorite actress or movie star posting photos from her new home in a remote Italian village or a Greek island, it looks attainable. They're tired of the paparazzi and high-octane stress, and who can blame them? If the people who already made it in America are choosing to leave, it sends a loud message. It's like they're saying the American dream is great until you actually achieve it and finally realize true peace is found elsewhere. One of the most powerful and meaningful shifts is the Blaxit movement. This is a growing trend of Black Americans moving to countries like Portugal or Mexico. For them, it's not just about the cost of living, and it is about quality of life and escaping intense social tensions back home. Imagine living in a place where you feel genuinely welcomed and safe, without that heavy weight of systemic stress constantly on your tired shoulders. It's about finding a softer life in the truest sense of the word. They're building vibrant communities in beautiful places like Mexico City or the Algarve, creating a new narrative of what it means to find home. It's inspiring to see people prioritize their mental health above all else. On the flip side, we have high-earning tax refugees. Rumors say the wealthy are flocking to places like Puerto Rico or Dubai faster than you can even say tax return. These aren't people struggling. They want to keep their millions away from Uncle Sam. By moving to tax-friendly havens, they protect their massive assets and live in high-tech luxury. It's all about the hustle, just in a different zip code. Whether it's the futuristic skyline of Dubai or the tropical shores of Puerto Rico, they're finding ways to play the economic game on their own terms. It's a total power move, even if it's a bit controversial. But wait, is the grass really greener? Or is it all just a social media filter? While TikTok makes it look effortless, the grass is greener myth is real. Are these people actually happy, or are they just posting for the aesthetic? You won't believe the influencers now posting about their deep expat regrets. From crushing loneliness to the nightmare of foreign bureaucracy, it's not always sunshine. Some find that moving overseas doesn't actually solve your internal problems. It just changes the background scenery. Is the dream of leaving just another digital illusion we are being sold? We have to look at the messy reality hidden behind the perfect Instagram feed. The struggle is real, even in a paradise. Now let's get into the juicy evidence, because the math is honestly going to make you want to scream out loud. We hear people complain about inflation all the time, but seeing the side-by-side comparison is a total reality check for anyone still on the fence. Imagine paying $4,000 or $5,000 a month for a tiny one-bedroom apartment in a noisy, cramped part of New York City where the radiator clanks all night, the subway rumbles beneath your feet, and your only view is a dark brick wall. Now, take that same budget. Actually, you know what? Take just half of that budget and imagine yourself in a literal luxury villa in the heart of Mexico City or a historic sun-drenched apartment in the middle of Lisbon. You aren't just saving a few pennies here. You are completely upgrading your entire quality of existence. In places like Medellin or parts of Southeast Asia, you could live like a literal member of the global elite for what you'd spend on basic groceries and monthly utilities back in the States. It's no wonder people are packing their suitcases when the economic logic is this undeniable. And then there is the healthcare tea that everyone is finally starting to spill. This is the ultimate life hack gossip that savvy travelers are whispering about at every dinner party. In the United States, a single trip to the emergency room or an unexpected dental procedure teenager can feel like a total financial death sentence, but abroad, it's a completely different world. We are seeing Americans who save tens of thousands of dollars on everything from basic checkups to major life-saving surgeries just by crossing a border. We are talking about world-class medical facilities in Spain or Costa Rica for the price of a fancy dinner out in Manhattan. When you finally realize you don't have to choose between your bank account and your physical health, the decision to leave becomes less about a simple vacation and more about a fundamental survival strategy. It's about reclaiming your peace of mind and escaping the pressure of the American economy. So, where are they all going? The hot list is currently dominated by a few major players that have become the go-to havens for the American expat. Portugal is officially being crowned as the new California by everyone in the know. It has the same stunning coastline and beautiful weather, but without the soul-crushing traffic or the impossible housing prices. Then you have Mexico, which has transformed into the absolute king of digital nomad hubs. It's perfect for the remote professional who wants to keep their high US salary while enjoying a tropical lifestyle. And we can't forget Spain, the destination for anyone who just wants to master the art of the slow living lifestyle filled with late night tapas and afternoon siestas. These places offer more than just a lower price tag. They offer a different rhythm of life that many Americans didn't even realize was possible until they saw it on their feeds. But wait, the social media comments are getting absolutely spicy. Every time a creator posts a day in the life video from their new home in Bali, the internet goes into a total meltdown. You'll see people commenting things like, "Stay there, we don't want you back," or "must be nice to run away from your problems," while others are practically begging, "Please, just take me with you. I'm tired of working 3 jobs." There's a huge divide between the people who see this move as a betrayal of the country and those who see it as the ultimate act of self-preservation. It's high-stakes drama in every single comment section. This brings us to the real controversy, gentrification. Are Americans just exporting their high costs to other countries? This is where the local resident steps in with a very different perspective. In cities like Lisbon and Mexico City, locals are starting to feel the squeeze. They are being priced out of their own neighborhoods as tax refugees and digital nomads move in, driving up the rent and changing the cultural fabric of the city. There's a growing tension where one person's cheap paradise becomes a local person's unaffordable hometown. Protests are popping up, and the resentment is becoming a real part of the expat experience. You can't just move into a culture and expect nothing to change, and the pushback is a reality check for anyone thinking this is a victimless move. Is this just a passing phase or the start of a permanent global shift? With political tensions rising and the cost of living showing no signs of dropping, it feels like this mass exodus is only just beginning. Who is the next big celebrity to announce they're packing up for a quiet life in the Swiss Alps or a luxury condo in Dubai? Only time will tell, but the trend is moving faster than anyone expected. If you had a one-way ticket in your hand right now and money wasn't an issue, where would you go? Drop your dream destination in the comments and let's get the conversation started. Are you staying to fight for the dream, or are you ready to find a new one across the ocean? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the channel.